dear Sagittarius, this is a love reading, a prediction for Aquarius season, January 20 to February 18, with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. The first reading I did was for the birthday sign Aquarius, and I'm reading the other signs in the order of most appreciated videos from the previous love readings published for Capricorn season. And you can see the order I read in this time around at the community section of my channel if you're curious what signs are up next. And I also want to take this chance to wish you all a happy 2020. May it be full of blessings for you and abundance. Okay, and this here will be a love reading for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising sign, and Venus, Vedic or tropical. The reading can go both ways. The drama is the same, but it can be different castings to the different roles by the universe. So when I tell you that this is you, it might as well be the person or the situation you're dealing with. Use your own intuition and recognition to determine who is who in this reading for you. I will start shuffling your cards, and I use the Golden Universal Tarot by Roberto D'Angelis. So, when I open your deck here, I see Ace of Wands and the Two of Swords in the reverse. So it's something that you want, but you're not going for it because you feel like it's no use. Like you have a dream or a passion, but it's like it's aimed for you logically towards the wrong thing, so you don't go for it. Okay, so I call the divine with love and light, and here we have a Nine of Swords with the Two of Swords. So there's a lot of self-accusation going on, like, why do I want this thing? Why am I passionate about this thing? I shouldn't really love this thing. I shouldn't really want to do this. What's going on with me? And you're trying to turn it off. You want to cut it off. It's like you want to sever yourself, like separate yourself from this craziness. This isn't me. I should be able to go past this by now, or leave it behind me, or forget about it. But you're not. I saw you were very passionate about this. So, I called the four archangels in the four corners of the world. And here we have Aquarius with the Nine of Swords in the reverse. So this is a part of you, like a very strong part of you that has ruled a lot of your life, where you have been able to kind of leave people and situation behind that was not good for you. And this is a good personality trait. It's taking good care of you. It's letting you off the hook in difficult situations, like, well, it wasn't supposed to be, and now I'm moving on, I'm creating my new life here. But this time, this energy doesn't seem to help you. It's something else that's needed. This is a little bit like a mystery, okay? So, 6 elements, and here we have a Page of Swords with the Nine of Swords. I'm thinking you are on a new mission now, and it's not to run away from your pain, it's actually to face it. So if it's something that you can't just, put on the back burner, it's probably because it has more to teach you. Like darkness can have things to teach you. Difficult situation, difficult relationships can have things to teach you. Sorrow can have things to teach you. So if you are not able to walk away from a difficult situation or forget about some hurtful event or relationship, it's probably because there is wisdom to be gained in this situation. It's like behind door number 1, there's a big pile of like these messages that you find in the bottle that you throw in the ocean when you're abandoned on a deserted island. So I feel like there's a door, and behind it's a pile full, like a big pile full of these messages in a bottle. And these messages is something that you are there to read, so you can't just put it on the back burner, close the door, and walk away. There's information here for you. There's wisdom here for you. So if you walk away, you also walk away from maybe what you were supposed to learn in this life or in this situation. So you're not allowed to just move on. So 6 elements, earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Sagittarius viewers. So I want my dear Sagittarius to have love in their lives and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on the highest path, yes, towards your highest destiny. Two of Swords. So you saw it's a Judgment, the King of Wands, the Two of Swords, Four of Wands. So it's a situation where you and the divine is working on the same side. But you feel like working with the divine is a little bit tricky because you don't know that they are really there. So it might be that you think that you're crazy, okay? So you feel like you're on a mission and to do something important, but and that's coming from your subconscious mind that knows all this, and you might have very vivid dreams about this. And it's like you are working together with a team, but you can't see this team. It's an invisible team. So you feel a little bit crazy because it's not logic and it's not sane. And if you want to live a good life, you should just leave this mess behind and walk away. But since you feel like you're a little bit crazy, you can't. And you need to stay put on this mission that doesn't seem to give you, anything worth having. So that's the kind of situation that you're in. You need to trust the things that can't be trusted. But it's very obvious. We saw the Judgment together with the King of Wands. So you are working with the divine. But the Two of Swords in the reverse shows you thinking that you are illogical, that you should leave this craziness behind and forget about it, move on. And the Four of Wands that came, for me, it's like this promised land that you are supposed to find yourself through this, find your foundation, find your people, your soul group, find your place, find yourself. And find what's making you successful, getting like your shit together, becoming Zen, I don't know. But it seems like that's the end goal here, for you to make a place for yourself to call home. But it needs to come from you going through all this mental crap and sorting through what you have been through so far. Okay, I will tune in for a few seconds here. So this is the new bottom of the deck, and what do we see here? Yes, it's the Two of Swords in reverse. You can't make this up. Okay, so this is you thinking that, okay, I have followed my crazy dream this far, but now it has gone too far. I need to become more logic. I need to be able to cut out this crazy mind of mine that think that I am on some sort of destined route, because this destined route, which I imagine, is going nowhere. This is how you feel. So you're trying to, kind of sever yourself from your own arm or something. Yeah. And this is the old bottom of the deck, and it's justice. So here you still felt like both are Libra, also can be mentioned. Here you felt like, yeah, I'm on a mission, I'm working for truth, it's going to end well for me, justice is going to have its way, I'm going to win the battle against evil, and I'm going to succeed because the divine is on my side. So that's what you felt. And it's nothing wrong with that, because that's how you felt, and it's probably true. But you're ignoring your part of it, that it's not going to be fixed by someone else coming and fix it for you and kind of saying, well, I have changed, I'm a better person now, I will now become the Prince Charming or the Princess Charming of your dreams. Rather, you are going to be that person for yourself, and that's the problem. To become that person, you need to, sort out your stuff, the big pile with these bottled messages. Okay, so this is what's on your mind about the person most on your mind. This is the situation itself. This is what's on their mind about you. What's their big pile of messages in a bottle. And this is your feelings for them. This is common energies or the bond between you. And this is their feelings towards you, your behaviors and attitudes towards them, outcome. And this is their behaviors and attitudes towards you. So we're going to start with the situation here. And we have the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So the Karmic Wheel in the reverse. It shows that you need to backtrack. Okay, there's no moving forward here. You actually need to go deeper and deeper and deeper into the layers of past relationships, past event, childhood, past life, back and back and back and back, to kind of figure it out and get the bigger picture. Why are my life repeating with these cycles over and over again? What's really going on? Where did this all come? Where it all is it all coming from? And why is it here? And what is it that it wants to teach me? Okay, what is it that I don't see? What is it that I need to learn from this? So it's about backtracking. It's not about moving on. It's not about leaving troublesome situation behind. It's rather about becoming like a detective with this big monocular, or imagine like this glass that can magnify things, magnifying glass, and going like a detective, like Sherlock Holmes, back into the past. Maybe do a lot of inner child work, parent work, past life situation. And this is what's on your mind about this person, most on your mind. And you think that they are kind of shit, okay? You think that they are a bad person, bad news, okay? They are only out to get you. They are only out to hurt you. They have proved it over and over and over again. You feel like you have a fallout, like they don't care about you. They only want to win over you and steal the only thing that's worth having with you. I'm hearing a song. See if I can pick this up. It's a little bit faint. I'm just hearing bits and pieces, and it's what's like you were innocent when you came, and it was some kind of trial. Okay, I think it's the song Long Haul, but the important part of this song is like there was jewelry that you had that someone stole from you. So this is like a clue to this past life thing or this childhood thing. It's some kind of innocent that you had that people stole from you. And now you're not so innocent anymore. You're more logic. We saw this also with the King of Swords in the reversed, that you can defend yourself now. You don't have to make up a story about how great this person was. Obviously, you don't think that they were great, and you can accept that they weren't great, even if you wanted them to kind of be great. So that's a win in itself, I think. And this is what's on their mind about you. And we have an 8 of Swords in reverse. So it seems like they're trying to free themselves, maybe from guilt about the situation, or from the situation itself, or your opinions about them, their opinions about themselves. So they're trying to, exactly as you, they're trying to leave this behind and be able to move on and, have a prosperous future. The past is in the past. It's not to be dwelled over again and again. So they're trying to heal. They are trying to understand why this was happening and free themselves from the problems of the past. So I think they feel like both of you would, like it would be most healthy for both of you to be able to move on and kind of, process the situation and learn from it, but then move on into more prosperous pastures. And that was your dream too, but the divine doesn't seem to let you, because it's something in this whole dynamic that's holding the key to some really old karmic situation. Okay, and this is the common energies between you, and it's a 9 of coins. So it shows that both of you are acting like the other person doesn't matter. that look at me, I'm so successful on my own. I am successful without you. I don't need you. My life is perfect. There's beautiful pictures on Facebook or Instagram where you're showing that you are doing fine without them. And it's also like both of you are really trying. It's not just for show. Both of you are trying to be adult and sane and understand that this situation didn't work out. There's nothing more to gain from it. I need to be strong on my own. I need to rebuild my life. So I'm focusing, it seems like both of you are focusing on like career, fixing your home, having nice friendships, not really focusing on building a life together with someone else, but more building a life for oneself. So this is your feelings towards this other person, and it's a 9 of Swords. They have the 8 of Swords. So both of you are haunted by the ghost of the past, what went under the bridge, like the water that went under the bridge in this relationship, all the events, all the things that the other person said or did, or what you said and what you did. It's being reminisced over, and it's not a bad thing, because it's going to give you clues. So it would be a good time for you to start to journal and, write whatever comes to mind. And I think you will find, if you read what you have been written, you will find that you know more than you thought that you knew. So you will find a lot of clues in this writing to what is really going on. And it might be so obvious for you, like, oh, this same old shit, like, I don't want to repeat it, I don't want to see it on paper. But if you would be able to come over that, like, nauseated feeling, you would be able to see the situation in another light. And this same old hurt might be something that you could get a grip on and maybe, prevent from happening again by finding different ways to act and behave, mostly towards yourself, like finding better ways to treat yourself and to deal with situations, so you don't have to experience the same old, because sometimes we are so we kind of repeat the same things in our lives because we think like we are doomed to repeat it. But that's not true. So we have 9 here. So you're trying to make it on your own. Other people, particularly this person, is hell. So we'll see their feelings towards you. And we have an 8 of coins. So they have also the 8 of swords. So they're really trying to be adult in this situation and do the best thing possible to, build up their life again. So they're trying to not think so much about the past, but actually think more about what could be built for the future, for them particularly. But it also seems like they are in the process of forgiving you, forgiving themselves, kind of really digesting the situation. So I think actually this person will be able to, it might be that they are skipping steps, but it seems like they will be able to move on from this situation while you seem to be more smack in the middle of it. So it might be that there's not so much more for this person to learn in this situation, but for you, there's still a lot of things to be processed. It's not because it was your fault that things went down. It's just like this person did you a favor to do this dynamic with you, so your crap could come to surface, but now they have other things that they need to work on in their life. So it doesn't seem like they are super involved in this anymore. It might be that you still have kind of dreams about them and how to solve this situation, but they seem to be handling this in a rather healthy way. Okay, so this is your behaviors and attitudes towards them. And we have a 7 of Cups. So there's a lot of questions you have, like why did they treat you like this? Why did they behave like this? But the answer is it's not really in them. It's more in you. What did their behavior wake up inside of you? Because it seems like they were here to kind of pull on your heartstrings and hurt you in a certain kind of way to make old things resurface so that you could deal with it. Like they did you this favor. And it's not because you are doomed to live in this marshy landscape of trauma and all the difficult feelings. It's more like it needs to be worked through right now. It can't be left to another day. So that's why it's like this work that you're doing is so important, and they helped you along, but they don't seem to be in the same place as you are. So this is their behaviors and attitudes, and we have a 2 of coins in the reverse. So it actually seems like they are dropping the ball on you like a hot potato. Like you and your troubles and your trauma, it's just too much for them. Maybe that is why they are trying to act so adult and so above, because it's too much for them. It's things that they can't handle. But you need to handle them. This person aside, this person isn't important. You are important. And what this relationship brought up to the surface is important. It's the key to your healing. So never mind this person, that they care so little or are so little invested. It's just showing the trauma that you have. That you probably have been faced with an original situation where people didn't care and it left you wounded, and now you need to show yourself you care enough to heal yourself from this really old wound. And this is the outcome, and we have the High Priestess in reverse. So it just shows you being like the deep diver, going deeper and deeper into the realms of the once known. Okay, I wanted to say unknown, but that's not true. Your soul has always known. So you are diving into the once known, like the things you knew before, but you have forgotten in this lifetime. So you're going to get access to knowledge, talents, memories of who you have been and where you have been and what you have learned. So it's almost like you are collecting and remembering. You're collecting old knowledge and remembering old knowledge. So this person was just placed here kind of to wake you up and push you down this process. But right now they are not super engaged. It's 2-2. So it shows that in some dimension they are still working together with you. But their work right now is to kind of show you that they don't care. Because this is going to trigger your remembering of the original trauma and what you have been through. Not so that you can feel victimized and, badly treated by life, but rather so that you could, know this and take better decisions for the future. Because it seems like at some point you have betrayed yourself and forgotten about your own self-respect and your own dignity and who you are, and kind of sold yourself out to fit in amongst the crowd. When you are really like this special soul that's not supposed to walk with the crowd at all. So let's say that you have been burned at the stake as a witch like 5,000 times and persecuted and followed and everything for your opinion or the wisdom that you had, and you have learned to keep quiet and kind of adapt to like the way of human, and now you are supposed to unlearn the way of human by detaching from this human and learning the way of you. So that's what I'm seeing. So it's not really that traumatic. It's just that memory is often stored in water. Water holds emotions. And since you have been mistreated through many of these lives, you will feel mistreated and very sad and depressed at times. But what you will remember is who you are and why you came. And it's like a big awakening. And it's crude awakening, but it's the only way. It's the only way to wake you up and remember who you are. So this person isn't important. They were just doing you a favor to remember you where it hurts. Woman holding a coin. Actually, it came another card as well. And 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel. So it came 2 cards, 41 and 42. Even though I have Shuffle this card very well. So again, you can't fake this. And I will read this for you. Remember, they were in the reverse, so I will read the reversed meaning. 41, 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel, spirit connections, intuition, inspiration, which works very, very well with this High Priestess there. So, this card reversed indicates a block to your own intuition and to the potential help and power from the spirit world. Perhaps you fear opening up to this side of your life, or perhaps it's just something that seems foreign or unrealistic, or just, like I said, same old, like the old pain that you have seen it, you have waded through it, it's boring, you don't even want to touch it anymore. It's what it is, you can't do anything about it, but that's exactly where you need to go, to the things you can't do anything about. Either way, it's time to awaken to the beauty and power of this realm. See your crown chakra spinning in a beautiful violet or white light, and call upon the Uriel's passion and power to help bring this connection into being. Once you're open to the incredible peace and power that spirit can bring, your life will never be the same. Affirmation. My 7th chakra is open to its perfect, healthy state. Love and inspiration from spirit and my own intuition flow fully to me now. So I feel this situation was here to repeat the damage that you were never good enough. There was always something wrong with you. Like you couldn't really understand the rules of this planet or this realm. And you are faced with this here and right now to take the decision that you don't have to. Okay, you don't have to adapt, you don't have to fit in, you don't have to follow their rules. You need to find out who you are and what you are made of, and bring this, what you are, into the world, instead of adapting to the forces that have punished you through the eons to behave in a certain way that was never for you to behave anyway. So, female connection in money, health, or value. This card reversed could indicate that you're feeling unsure or fearful about finances or some health issues or your own self-value. It could also reveal a lack of self-respect for yourself and your own life, because you think that, like, oh, why is everyone so mean towards me, or they are always treating me like this, and you think it's something you did, but it's more something you didn't do, and it's to show who you are and make your mark on the world. Pointing to someone else, when this card comes in the reverse, it shows a woman who may be reducing your own money, or simply may not have your best interest in mind regarding your financial affairs. So it's what you say here, 5 of Swords, that they are, thieves trying to steal your dignity or self-value or even money, property, things like this. Like a person that is not there for your best interest. But why they are not there for your best interest is for you to see this long-going repetition of behavior, so you can put an end to it. And start to treat yourself better, because the outside world is merely a reflection of how you treat yourself. You have become insecure at some point and started to doubt yourself, and then the whole world has doubted you, and now this needs to end. It could also be someone who devalues or criticizes you or causes you to doubt your own value. It could even be that the harmful energies of a woman from the past are still influencing you today. Be aware that you don't have to let anyone else's negative vibration influence you at any time. Release any toxic connection and know that you are free to define and value yourself no matter what. So I'm also feeling that for some of you, it's an attack that has been going on towards your feminine side. So it doesn't have to be a female per se that have attacked you. Well, in one way, because it's your own feminine side have attacked itself and kind of judged itself not worthy. And now you need to take back the self-worth of your feminine side, that it's okay, perfectly okay and perfect in the way it is. And it's has the you know, how can I say this? It has promised to live, or it's allowed. Okay, it's allowed to live. It's allowed to live and spread its wings and be exactly as it is. You don't have to change it or adapt yourself in any way. Rather try to find out who you are and, you know, start to make this mark on the world that you were supposed to do. Be aware that you don't have to let anyone else, negative vibration influence you at any time, okay? The world, affirmation, the world supports me in my financial and personal goals. I'm making synchronistic connections that serves and honors me. So, be honorable to yourself and don't sell yourself out to fit in, basically. Okay, so this is you. Wait, don't rush into it. Allow nature to take its course. So you don't have to fix this, what's broken. Let it be broken. The missing pieces will kind of find itself on its own. Just don't rush anyway. You don't have to fix it. Rather, you know, be the detective to search out the place where you're already at. So what is this place? What am I feeling? What's on my mind? What's mostly like craving my attention? Work with it, you know, don't run away from it. And the other person here, and we have this butterfly and tears, reflection. Give each other some space at the moment, trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. So it's like they are not really focused on your relationship as of now. They are trying to heal and move on from the little bit of shock that the situation kind of created. But with this 2 here, I think that there's still a connection, but it's like you're working on this more on another dimension, not maybe in dreams, through spirit, things like this, through still thinking of each other, trying to figure out what happened. But they have dropped the ball on you for now, and they need their space. Don't try to run after them. Don't try to fix it with them. Fix it with you. You know, find yourself. Find who you are in this situation. So this also fell out. Friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship and your love life will dramatically improve. So that means the friendship with other people, with yourself, and also, you know, maybe send a little bit positive and forgiving energy to this person, so they don't have to detach from you out of guilt. Like you might want them to, you know, go away and never come back, but that's not really true, because if you have been intimate with this person in this life, they are from your soul group, so they won't go anywhere. You will meet them when you die and next life and so on. So you might as well start to work on the healing already now. But you can also send away negative energy. Like if you're constantly thinking about this person and what they did to you, send energy to them, put up a reflective material in your aura that won't make this energy bounce back. If it was this other person's energy thinking obsessively about you and what has gone on between you two, you will feel a sigh of relief. And because you don't have to carry this other person's energy, they can carry it themselves. If they want to drop the ball on you, fine, but they are not supposed to, you know, back up the the truck and dump all their crap on you. So don't let them do that. Send away their energy. Put up a protective, reflective material in your aura. So, and if you feel the sigh of relief, it's the energy that's you are carrying. You might have to do this like 100 times a day, but eventually you won't have to do it. You will just notice that you're starting to think of them less and less in terms of this inner quarrel kind of thing. You might still think of them, but then in that case, you know, send them a thought of love and then carry on with your day, because that is starting to kick off the healing. Okay. So, my dear Sagittarius, I hope this helped. If you are still puzzled, you can go to my first channel page here and watch the near personal readings or the pick a card readings, or these same readings for Capricorn season. Capricorn season is what's going on right now. This is a prediction for Aquarius season. I will also sprinkle out new near personal readings and pick a card readings during January. And in the end of January, I will come back with a similar reading as this, but for Pisces season. So until then, take really good care and bye-bye.